Coming into this thing, I said, I'm going to need some advice. So the first thing I did was I went to my very young brother, Walter. I said, Walter, what's your advice? He said, make sure there's beer. Good advice. So second thing I did was I went to my other brother, the one who officiated the ceremony. I said, Walt said beer. And Deanne said, make it like church communion. Make sure there's lots of wine. And don't let it run out. So then I go to my last brother, and by the way, father of 6, a lot more experience than me. And I said, Jim, what's your advice? He doesn't remember. He said, don't stress. Don't worry about the little things. He said, if you stress, you're going to pull your hair out. Way too late. Sorry. Matt came up to me one day and he said, I want to marry your daughter. And I said, well, you're about to go to Ranger School, aren't you? And he says, yes. I said, you get through Ranger School, come talk to me. And he did. First time, which is very, very rare because it is a very tough school. And he said, Tony, why did you put that condition on me? And I said, well, because at Ranger School, you probably wanted to say things to your instructors, like a bunch of bad things, because they really push you to the limits. And I said, you probably wanted to quit because it's so tough, but you didn't do either one of those things. And I said, marriage is very similar. And what I found out from that, from the years I've been with him, he's not a quitter. He loves my daughter, and I wish him all the best in the world. So,
Sun comes over mountains and valleys, turn to gold. Forests shed their winter and birds sing songs of hope. Lovely, when you're right here beside me, love restoring on you. Spring
you to brave cold weather in Charlotte in March.
Thank you.
To see this bond anew, real, beautiful, and blessed.
May you always need one another, not so much to fill your emptiness as to help you know your fullness. May you need one another, but not out of weakness. May you want one another, but not out of lack. May you entice one another, but not compel one another. May you embrace one another, but not encircle one another.
I think we'd all agree that great movies have these significant moments when there's a choice, a decision that changes everything. It could be a missed flight, a closed door, a detour, a job that is no longer, and it changes the character's trajectory. Think Teachers in Arizona, and you'll get the idea. Setting up a classroom, 3 times the charm, because her in a little elf costume obviously caught the heart of this young man. And including the pun, it dawns on them. What Matt loves about Abby is her loyalty and caring for others. I once heard this expression, perhaps you have too. A soulmate is someone who knows the song in your heart and sings it back to you when you forget how it goes. Abby, Matt, learn that song well.
I promise you, Abby, that I'll be your loving and loyal husband, and I will share with you all of life's joy and sorrow, pleasure and pain, until death parts us.
I commit my life to our partnership. I promise to comfort you, to encourage you in all walks of life. I promise to express my thoughts and emotions to you, and to listen to you.
You are my closest friend. Will you let me share my life and all that I am with you?
I do.
Nice. Nice.
Matthew, I love you. Will you let me share my life and all that I am with you?
I do.
When Abby asked me to be her matron of honor at her wedding, I was thrilled. I soon realized, though, that many other things come with this honor, which is mainly stress and anxiety and tons of text messages, tons of group messages. But yet, I still feel like the happiest sister in the world. Guys, this wedding has been amazing. Everything about today has been perfect. I can't even imagine how much time and effort went into planning this. I mean, I asked Matt and he had no idea either. Abby, like, where do I even begin? Honestly, I may not have ever said this to you, but you've always been a role model to me. Abby, you also had a perfect family to learn from. First of all, you had 4 older siblings in your life, so you really couldn't fail. All you had to do was watch us make all the mistakes and never repeat them. Aside from us, you had Dad, a man that could literally make a joke out of anything. And Mom, the strongest woman I've ever known. She raised 5 kids, and she made it look easy. She would be so proud today.
I pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
Growing up, I was always referred to as Matt's little brother or Little Martinez or, oh geez, another Martinez kid. And that was if they didn't mistake me for Matt in the first place. You know what, I was actually called Matt twice today. But honestly, there's no one I would rather be confused with than him. He's someone I've looked up to my entire life as both a role model and a guide for what not to do when trying to stay out of trouble. Matt was not the first person to introduce Abby to the family. For that, we must thank my matchmaking mother. My mother and Abby were third grade math and English teachers at Hohokam Elementary School. Meanwhile, Matt was a painfully single guy that needed all the help he'd get. So as any good wing mom would do, she invited him to chaperone at a gingerbread house building night at her school where she knew Abby would be. The second that Matt walked through those doors, it was obvious that he would contribute in any way, shape, or form, so long as he could introduce himself to Abby. And I think we're all grateful for Matt's determination. Thanks to that gingerbread night, we're all here. Now, Abby, I didn't think it was possible, but you've tamed the wild animal that is Matt, and I have to say I'm impressed. Matt's incredibly lucky to have found someone as wonderful as you, and I know you will continue to be an amazing partner to him.